that smile again. You fake it and I follow you right in. What a fool I've been to fall for it each time. Alright, let's see if I can get the swoop. I'm gonna try and get the swoop. This is the way it goes, when you were part of it. Nervously saying words, else it's how they fit. It's in the way you sell every word and phrase, and leaving me to know how much the meaning weighs. This is the way it goes, you were part of it. Nervously saying words, else it's how they fit. It's in the way you sell every word and phrase, and leaving me to know how much the meaning weighs. Whoa, 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 okay. I'll try.
The album that we just dropped.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me on that. So our big surprise totally
Matt,
failed.
what was that surprise that you wanted to tell
What was that?
everybody
Did
about?
we change over to a new stream and it was off during that top part? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Pardon me, guys. Guess
You
what?
guys, hey, wait. You guys act super surprised.
Yeah, you guys act
right
super
now.
surprised.
I'm going to too. Matt, can't wait to hear about this big surprise you've been building up the suspense all night. What could it be?
All right. For real, these guys didn't know this till you missed it on the stream a minute ago. Anybody that's watching, globally, Malaysia, Singapore, Germany,
Kosovo.
Greenland, Kosovo, Costa Rica. Guys, pay attention, especially Toledo. We have a surprise album that just came out 4 minutes ago that nobody knew about at all except for a few people here. And you can go to emerymusic.com. It's a live acoustic. It's an EP. It's 7 songs mixed. There's nowhere else you can get it except for directly from us, because we do whatever we want to do, because we work for ourselves. We make this stuff happen this way. We do whatever. There's no big companies involved. There's nothing. You can just buy it from us on our website. It's a surprise. Toby, Devin, and Dave didn't even know it was released.
Yeah.
Or I guess they knew it existed, but not they released it just till a few minutes ago. So it means a lot to us if you guys would go buy an Emery Acoustic album at emerymusic.com from us right now. It costs like $6. You can pre-order the CD, but you get a digital download right now. Surprise album. Surprise everybody. There you go.
That is awesome.
I am blown away.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to say that. That is cool.
Well, speaking of new albums, did anybody know that I'm going to make an album? All right.
What?
Yeah. Another surprise announcement, guys.
And it's coming out right now.
No.
Oh.
Not at all. No, I think a lot of you guys probably supported my campaign, so thank you so much for that. I'm going to release it. I'm actually excited because I'm coming back out here in July, and Matt and myself and Chad, who played earlier in King's Kaleidoscope, who's uber talented, and some of those musicians that also play with them are going to help me with that album. We're going to kind of co-write, produce, and they're going to help play on some of it, and I'm going to worry a lot about the vocals, and that's my job. So I'm excited because I'm going to do that this summer and hopefully release it in early fall. And yeah, so I'm excited. So thank you. Can we play a song that's going to be on that album?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. All right, hope you enjoy it. And I believe we're hanging on, desperate for the things that we should never want. It's the world that we are living in. The tide will sweep you out as soon as it brings you in. And I don't wanna be the one to fall. I don't wanna be the one to fall. Separate myself from everything that I've become. All I want is to begin again. All I want is to then I turn around and see the person that I've been. And then I hear you say, ooh, 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 ooh. And I can't seem to forget all my sins. Keep putting them behind me, but they keep popping up again. If I could just retrace my steps, save every ounce of hope that's left, maybe I'd find my place in the good Lord's grace. I could finally go home again. Oh, and I don't wanna be the one to fall. I don't wanna be the one to fall. Separate myself from everything that I've become. All I want is to begin again. All I want is to then I turn around and see the person that I've been. And then I hear you say, ooh, 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 You could right every wrong and relive your life, pay back the debt that you carry inside, but it wouldn't change a thing. It wouldn't change a thing. You could build up a kingdom that never would fall, gather your riches and scatter it all, but it wouldn't change a thing. It wouldn't change a thing. Oh, and I don't wanna be the one to fall. I don't wanna be the one to fall. Separate myself from everything that I've become. All I want is to begin again. All I want is to then I turn around and see the person that I've been. Then I hear you say, ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you.
All right. Sure. Do y'all have enough questions for me to go to the restroom? Sir, will your
Yes.
question be super long? Because this might take a while. Okay.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Well, first of all, I'm not a Packers fan. I'm a Bears fan, so I'm in much worse shape than any of the Packers fans. But these two guys are Packers
Toby's
fans.
going to want to hustle back from the bathroom because there is
Yeah.
no team that Toby hates more than the Seattle Seahawks. He hates.
Yeah, actually, just the other day, I'm going to call him out a little bit. He said, we were just riding in the car, like not even talking about football. And he all of a sudden goes, you know what? I hate the Seahawks colors. He said, it looks like a peewee football team colors. That's what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, all right? So when he comes back, you guys, there you go. You know what I mean?
So I'm a little bit torn because the Packers are for sure my favorite team. I'm a huge Packer fan. I'm not torn about it. I think it's okay to like more than one team. But I live in Seattle, and every year I like the Seahawks more and more. So I do like the Seahawks. I support them. But when it comes down to it, for sure, it's cheesehead all the way. So I'm a big Green Bay fan. And so, you know, our whole band supports that organization to some degree at least. Wouldn't you say?
I don't know about that. Maybe. Nah, probably not.
All right, well, here it goes. Toby, the Seahawks suck. Why?
Oh, why? Well, I promise you I cannot stand them, and I used to love them. Okay, so I used to work at a church called Mars Hill in West Seattle, and so I was living there, and everybody wanted to watch the game in the basement of the church, right? So I'm a huge Packers fan. I'm sorry. It was the Packers playing Seahawks, right? And so I watched this game with these 30 people, these 30 Christians that talk about forgiveness and honesty and telling the truth and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there, and then that Hail Mary play happened. Do y'all know what I'm talking about against the Packers? Where, it wasn't. So we called the ball. Yeah, we intercepted it. Yeah, we did, for sure. This is exactly what I'm talking about. People like you, sir, make your... you are insane. At the exact... No. That's what I'm talking about. It's so terrible. And that guy right there has been a fan since they started winning. How long has Seahawks been? He's diehard Seahawks fans for the last 2 years. So that's the way. It just bothers me. I'm a Packers fan. Been a Packers fan since 1996. And so, yeah, and the Seahawks are just terrible. And, I mean, who designed y'all's uniforms? You took lime green duct tape and wrapped it around your shoulders? It's all. I guess I shouldn't be making fun of y'all's football team, but still, I just don't like it. Sorry.
Well, when we grew up, there was no pro football. Carolina didn't. They were expansion team in '96, so we grew up with college football. It's Clemson Tigers all the way for us. So we did not have... Excuse me. We didn't grow up with...
choked up about it.
I get choked up about it. We didn't have a pro team growing up or anything like that.
Our songs don't make us emotional, but football does. It just tears Matt up.
But the reason the Green Bay Packers are the best team is because they're a small market, like a college team, where the town owns the team, and everything matters in Green Bay about football. And in all these big giant cities in New York and in places like that, it's just not the same thing. Football is better in small towns, college football, Green Bay, stuff like that. It means more. It's more special. More of the town cares about it. There's more solidarity. So when looking for a pro team, Green Bay was kind of an easy choice. For me, we've toured Lambeau Field and been up there and stuff like that. So to me, Green Bay is for sure the most legit.
All right, we get it. Boring.
Boring.
That's true.
Right. Bears are awesome.
I hate the Seahawks.
Lions? Oh, come on, man.
All right.
I hate the Seahawks.
Let's play a song. All right, if you guys know this one, let's hear you sing it.
Every once in a while, I think I'm lying. Shake it to the bank, I'll believe every word I say. This just isn't how. And then again, this is when you start your crying. Could be true, but this just isn't how I imagined it would be with these random people just asking the most personal things, and to think that somehow I could always come clean, and you shake your head just like you know what I Oh
too long tonight. Everything I say is right. We have all the sisters and the brothers. Until we find we don't believe the same. Like every city drunk to forget Sarah. Sarah stealing money from her parents. Aaron's lying straight to John about Megan and the things that went on. Jessica's a gossip, Lord's a son. Devica's Bridget, Beth still short. Seth spends all his money gambling, Joyce not paying. It's all the same, we are all the same. People with any hearts and make us equal. Here's my hand on words said desperately. Not our job to make anyone believe.
Thank you.
All right, so you probably shouldn't talk a lot of shit about people's favorite football teams when they paid $50 to see you, so I apologize. I'm passionate about my Packers, so I'm glad that you're passionate about your team. You probably have liked them more than 2 years. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to at least put that out there. It just really hurt me. And then the whole fiasco with y'all came, you know, the NFC, and y'all came back and won. I was watching that whole game. It just destroyed me. Anyway, I don't want to talk about football anymore. I used to like the Seahawks. I really did. And then after a couple things happened, I can't stand them, and I really dislike Russell Wilson. He's hiding something. I know it. You can't be that perfect. Like his skin, perfect. Everything he does is scrambling on the field. Everything. He's hiding something very bad, and you're going to find out about it one day. And you are going to be ashamed that you rooted for him. I'm just going to put that out there for you. All right. We want another question? Who
You
else?
guys got any more questions?
So I actually have a question before your announcement, before the country cover.
Okay.
But would you ever, as fans of fast revenue streams or easy revenue streams, consider doing a cover album or Weird Al your own song?
Weird Al our own songs?
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. I love that. I love Weird Al.
Is it not a bad idea? I mean, that's kind of maybe what the country cover was, just making fun of
Yeah.
ourselves a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I feel like you guys can do it, but not do it like bad, but like good.
Like not bad, but like do it good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
All right, right here.
Probably shouldn't say that on a live streaming internet.
What do you think would be horrible? Like what would be how could a band be horrible to tour with? From your point of view, asking that question, like what have you got in mind? That well, when you're on tour, it's easy to avoid people in some way. So sometimes you get on tours where, like, if you don't like the other people, or if you're not really getting along, or just think each other's cool, you stay in your own bus or van or rig, whatever it is, kind of thing. But for the most part, the amazing thing about being on tour is people that you get on the tour with, and the first day and the second day, you're like, oh, these guys are horrible. I don't like their music. I don't like the way they are. I bet they're just stupid idiots. If you spend, it's like being at summer camp or something, but for more weeks. So if you spend 30 days, 6 weeks with anybody, I believe it. It doesn't matter if Trump supporters and Sanders supporters spent 30 days together in some confined spaces and actually gave each other a chance, you wind up really liking people you'd be shocked that you liked. And so being on tour is kind of that way. So on one hand, maybe some people you never get to know, but anybody you spend time around, I'm convinced you'll wind up liking. And that's kind of the story of touring for the most part.
Back there.
One more.
Piggybacking off that, what caused the most arguments when you guys are on tour? Like over just like the dumb pizza?
In our band? Probably really dumb stuff. I mean, honestly, it's...
What was the last huge fight we got into that, this is serious. We got into a knockdown drag out and actually maybe a little mad at each other because I I guess I started making fun of you and said that you are wrong and you're lying and you're stupid, that you don't like, you only like babies, right? Is that what it is? Like you only like babies to a certain age, and then
As far as kids go, my preference is infants.
right.
Okay? I like infants better than 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds.
And he has a
stuff like
daughter
that.
that's how old?
3.
And I said, you are lying. You love your daughter more today than you did when she
Yeah.
was an infant. And he couldn't really. I mean, you gave great
I
arguments.
like infants better. And then what?
But
We won't recreate it here, but
see,
we got really
it got
mad.
heated. I promise. This isn't a joke. This isn't like
See,
we're not.
it's some really deep stuff.
And the other guys in the band's like, can you guys please stop? You're ruining our whole off. It was an off day. It was like, can you please stop ruining our off day? You guys are fighting so much. But that's what we were fighting about. Toby and I were for like a long time.
It's like a marriage.
Violently.
Yeah, it really is like a marriage. I mean, you don't really. I mean, like in my marriage, we fight over the stupidest idiot things and just like hold on to it and yell at each other. It's never like really anything that crazy. It's not about like a song we wrote or anything like that. Or how we deal with our money or anything. It was just always something stupid. You know, when you're around somebody and sleep beside them and all that stuff, there is going to be some heated times for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
we all stink. We're all been away from our families for weeks, and so yeah, you get heated for sure. So.
Maybe the child argument was like a veiled, just a veiled thing about how like you ruin all of my guitar ideas by putting vocals over the top of it.
That's true.
Like maybe
right.
that's really like now that I think about it,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just getting out some aggression against you for like
We don't
Yeah.
allow we
taking
don't allow
credit for
we
like
don't
my
allow
ideas
instrumental
and
parts.
stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Probably
so,
that's
so
right.
basically like you not liking toddlers is a metaphor for
It's
not
right.
trade off vocals that you don't
Right.
like from being
Exactly.
deaf. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. That makes a lot of sense now.
Somebody, please tell me, what am I supposed to do? You've died, and I'm here, thinking that I hear your voice, but it's somebody else. It's always somebody else. Why did you die? Don't leave me, please. Take you down tonight. Bring me peace.
Thank you.
All right. What time is it
I think
now?
we got a couple more songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to do a couple more things. We're going to do a couple more songs. Now, Devin and Dave have got flights out of SeaTac tonight. I hope the security line isn't too long. But what time is your flight?
Like 12:15.
12:15. So we're going to try to get them out of here pretty close to after the set is over.
Delta?
Now, Toby and I are going to just hang on out. We'll be here
Hang on out.
plenty of time. So if we didn't get to say hey to y'all, we'll be here after the show. There's there's a couple more things. Everybody that's here tonight gets a poster. We got these big, really awesome looking posters, and I know nobody's got them yet. The merch is back there. We've got T-shirts and those kinds of things, but there's posters that everybody here gets one. So, it's just honor system. Grab one, make sure you get one. So everybody, please go back there, grab your poster. Toby and I'll be hanging out.
Yep.
We'll do that. What else we got to say? We're gonna do a couple more songs.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you're out there watching this show somewhere in Nepal, please give us a tip.
All right, well, let's make any last questions before we do these last songs. Does anybody else have any more questions they want to ask? Yeah, right here.
How does the track order for We Are Never Alone, for We Do What We Want get decided? It seems like the front is very heavy and the back is very soft.
Yeah, we kind of did that on purpose. The track order for We Do What We Want. We just the two last songs we wrote kind of early on, and we were thinking about doing an acoustic album, and that was kind of when Devin was leaving, and we're like, let's just go the exact opposite. But we really like those songs, so we thought it'd be really cool to have those at the end, but to start super heavy. That's probably our heaviest album, maybe, I don't know. But we wanted to go really heavy on an album, but we thought it'd be really nice to end with, kind of a little more softer sound. So we just kind of it's more sonically than order, I guess. We just thought sonically that would be the way to go. So
Yeah, I think we were thinking just go heaviest to lightest, just make that the track order. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Right here?
Writing We're Never Alone, in studying the characters and writing from their perspective, did it change your perspective on any of the characters that you wrote about?
Yeah, on You Were Never Alone. So he's asking, did after writing those songs, all the songs are stories from the Bible, basically. And we didn't tell people that for a while because we didn't want it to influence anybody's listening, or they go, oh, this is what this song's about. I love it when people listen to our music and they get their own ideas about what the song's about, or it means something to them and what they're going through. But every song, my intent was, I was just writing a story from the Bible, and I kind of wanted to do it just because all the characters in the Bible are really flawed and crazy, and everybody just always talks about how awesome the Bible is, and people are, but I mean, they were like real people that were really screwed up. They did like a lot of crazy bad stuff. Like it was funny. I was thinking about like King David in the Bible. It says that he's a man after God's own heart, but he would pray for like women and children's heads to be smashed against rocks and stuff like that. Like if you were in a prayer circle with that person, it would not be fun. You don't want to go, oh, Sister Ethel's hip surgery, please bless her, Lord, and also kill our enemies and their wives and their children, smash them all. That doesn't sound good. You don't think that guy's a hero, but we kind of, he slayed the giant and all this stuff. And so I think, and there's a story about in there, got taken for a bath about King David or whatever, that, how he immediately, cheated with this lady and then killed her husband and all this stuff. And, all that stuff's in the Bible. So to me, it kind of made the stories a little more personal. I wanted to tell it from kind of a first-person perspective, but also just like the realness of that, because that makes the Bible, to me, real. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you just read the Bible as this weird, historical, crazy thing outside of, hey, wait, these are real people, let me just take a shot at thinking about how they actually thought things. So to me, it did add a lot of humanity to the Bible, which is really good for me. It really is. Instead of it just being this far-off story that's weird and I'm supposed to read it, it kind of made it a little bit more personal for me, because it made some of those people, I could see some of me in them and vice versa or whatever. So.
Right on.
Cool.
Right on.
All right, back there. I can answer that question.
Go ahead.
I think the biggest risk we ever took was we moved out to Seattle, which was a huge risk. But even more so than that, we lived in an apartment and our lease was running out, and we were going to move up to Greenwood Lake and
get a house.
Yeah, get a house and all this stuff. And we were sweeping out our trailer, and Matt goes, we could just like go on tour or something, not even get the house. And Matt said that, and my brain goes, yeah, we could go on tour and not even get a house. And we were supposed to sign the lease the next day, and then everybody's standing around like, because we're all goofball idiots trying to do music, and we go, yeah, I guess we could. And then we just did. We didn't get that lease, and we went on tour. And it was terrible. We had made no money, lost money. But we did it. You know what I mean? Like that actually kind of meant something to us. So that started everything. Like it was like, why wouldn't you do something crazy? If you really believe in something that you're doing, like what are you doing right now with your life? In a sense, it doesn't have to be a band. It doesn't have to be this crazy thing. I mean, maybe I don't know what you want to do with your life, but there's somebody else. If you're doing a job right now that you're not supposed to be doing, then somebody else is not getting to do the job that they're supposed to be doing. Like I'm thinking through some of those thoughts right now. Like, what am I doing that's keeping somebody else from not doing that job or whatever it might be? And so I think the biggest risk we took was kind of believing in ourselves and going, hey, who cares? If we look stupid, we fail, we go into debt, all this stuff, who cares? Let's at least try. You know what I mean? Like, just try. Yeah. And it works out.
If you do risk-reward calculation, there's not that much risk in doing some crazy stuff. Like, you're not really risking getting to eat food or being, I mean, in this country, in this time, you're not risking your health or your food. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? I mean, and we were younger then, but even now with families and stuff, I still think that we overestimate what risk is a lot of times. So in that case, we just moved into our trailer, and what was the worst that could happen? It really wasn't that bad. Yeah. I mean, most people are really risk averse, and we just haven't been. So, and it's the kind of thing is circular. When one person says, "Hey, I bet you won't do this," and you go, "Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it if you'll do it." And then that's what the culture of our band's always been. Like, if you'll live in this, if we sleep in the back of our trailer, I'll do it. If you do it, I'll do it. If you don't sign this lease, I won't. If you want to drive to Louisiana for a possible show, I'll do it. And that's what we've always done, and it's worked out pretty good for us. I think we're, pretty safe, and people estimate what risk there is. So go for it. That's the way it is. I think how many people didn't go for it? A ton. Probably a ton of really good people never went for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they were scared. So. But, yeah, I think that probably is the biggest one. Moving out to Seattle was a big one, but that time when we had no home for months and no show. We went on tour, Toby says. We didn't have any shows. We just drove south. We just went to California. We didn't have any shows. And
we found a few, but, yeah.
We found some. What? How many what?
How many people moved for Devin?
I don't understand the question.
Moved for Devin?
So, like, right now, because you're doing a new album,
Uh-huh.
how many people moved for your album? Like, how many people have, like, showed up for your album and have put up money to put, like, you up for your album? How many people have done that?
A lot. I would say 500-600 people.
Million.
Yeah, about 5 million people. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm one of them, and I'm so proud of myself because I know that what you do with your music is more than just like whatever. It's like something great.
Thank you.
That's a nice compliment.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And all of Emery
Mm-hmm.
for the past, 8-9 years of my life Emery has been a huge part of my life.
Uh-huh.
The past 10 years of my life. But, Devin.
Yeah.
I mean, all of Emery but Devin.
But mainly Devin. Yeah.
No, yeah.
The past 10 years of my life, you put, the whole, system, to put money for your album. It's been great.
Thanks.
Emery, but Devin. I'm going to sum that up. So, but seriously, Devin. I agree with you, and that's okay. So
Emery is something great,
but
Devin.
I know, and I agree with you.
I've heard that my entire life.
Thanks. I know. Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks for.
So I'll tell you what we'll do. The best answer to that question is let's play a song that Devin wrote that's really good.
All right, here we go.
about how all the people watching online in third world countries are like, oh, you went on tour, big risk. That was a great risk you took.
I've noticed your design, 'cause I'm not blind. I'm like a cigarette, I'm burning, burning every night. But there's no ash that falls, there's only telephone calls in the afternoon, stretching through 1,000 walls. So I'll pray for words to say, to make these miles disappear. But if you can't sleep, if you can't sleep, I'm better off. If you can't sleep alone, if you're measuring with time, if seconds or in lifetimes, there's no difference. It's constantly just passing by. If there's nothing at all, not Valium or soul songs to relax my view, 'cause you may be your new perfume. So I'll pray for words to say, to make these miles disappear. But if you can't sleep, if you can't sleep, I'm better off. And if you can't hear, if you can't hear, turn it on, the song, turn it on. If you can't stop for a stone, then throw them all, then throw them all. Start to sleep, but it's not over. The second hand is moving so loud. I take it all back to start over again. Just between the rock and paper, the scissors cut it so much cheaper. I take it all back to start over Thank you.
All right. All right, we got one more song. We're going to let these guys get out of here and fly up in the air. But this has been really awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is so cool for us.
Yeah.
We have thoroughly enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, this is great. This really is special. If you're joining us, if you're online anywhere, last time I'll tell you about it. We do have an album of something like this that we did in Houston. It's a live EP. You can go to emerymusic.com. Right now, you can buy it. You can buy it from us alone. If you want a tip for this broadcast, anybody, please do. But seriously, Seattle is the best. It's the best place.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
You know,
Thank you.
I live here. I live about 100 blocks from here up by IHOP. I love Seattle. I'm from South Carolina.
Yep.
I live here, and I think I'm going to live here the rest of my life. Seattle is the best. It really is the greatest. So it's where Emery really was a local band, and this has been really special. We're glad. Thank you guys for sharing this show with other people.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And seriously, like a percentage of everybody's money here and online goes to feed like really hungry kids, and so that's what they're my own. But I have three.
They're hungry.
but it will go to feed them. So I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. All right, so we need your help for this last song. Dave's gonna count two. 1, 2, and I would love it if everybody here yelled as loud as they could. Are you listening? Can you help us?
You can do it.
Can you help us out, Seattle? All right, Dave, drop some knowledge on him.
All right, here we go. 1, 2.
We write 1,000 pages, they're torn in on the floor. Headlights hammer the windows, we're locked behind these doors, and we are never leaving. This place is part of us, and all these scenes repeating are cold to the touch. My hands seem to deceive me when I'm nervous or when I'm healthy. The scenery's all drawn. They hang here from the walls here, painting pictures, bleeding colors. Blink at the window. You're all left beside. It's one thing, and one more says goodnight. You've got the mouth, come get to me. These knuckles break before they bleed. Care about these things that own my heart. This skin, where's your lasting mark? I built these walls, come get to me. Come get to me. Your lesson, it's like discretion. The lines that keep you, the lines that sweep you. Lock the doors from the inside. Your face is so contagious. It wears announcements, it leaves me breathless. Don't forget this, don't forget. So much, Emery. Thank you, Seattle. You guys are awesome.